anybody, but it is heal being run by Whitening, which is why he's going to have a difficult time. Leader in the mid lane, flashed on by Spooky and Kurt.
Means that the Obsess has all the right in the world to invade Spooky.
Exactly, and they have priority in the bot lane as well. The flash is not there for Spooky. He can't escape from this.
Right here, we might have a full-on dad towards bot side.
Trying to see if they can punish him, but look at Spooky getting invaded by Leader and Obsess. The Goon Squad invading Gragas, constantly getting a killing spree for Obsess as well. VZZ has been locked down by Yesko. They're going to be easily able to pick up the kill. But White didn't follow it up on to VZZ. Wizards Bomb. For Mouse is still scaling. All of the kills have been onto the Strundle. He's only going to be tanky. He's not necessarily going to have enough damage. This is why they're trying to make this dive into the bot lane. The flash forward Spooky is in the area, but VZZ is going to die before he's able to do anything quick enough. TP behind from Lucas, trying to see if they can actually jump on Silicon, taking a lot of damage. The poke is going to be there. It's going to be Lucas getting the first kill, thwarting Mouse from getting anything further around that Baron. But Clowny is going to be the target instead, so they can take away the flanking tool, get the TP gone, flash over the wall. He can absorb so much damage. Not going to use the call to be able to use that. It allowed Clowny to try to see if he can play around Leader instead, and they can put Sundis in mid lane to stop the push from Wizards. I think you back off of the Wizards, try to reset the fight, because you still have this Baron, and Clowny is taking way too much damage. Ooh, look at that from Lucchese! What are you doing, Madman? He goes for the fight regardless. Cannot get enough damage though to actually be able to pick up the victory, and Lucchese is going to fall to Promise Q. They overcommitted, they needed to back off, and they decided to go for the fight instead. Clowny going to be sacrificed here as well. BZZ, Lucchese, the two carries. They're wrapping my head around that because now Baron's gone. Mouse have control. Clowny's too far.
Might be gone too.
And all it's going to mean is that Mouse are going to continue to march into the base. It was Wizards' one chance to be able to fight back Clowny, trying to delay as long as he can, but he really just cannot. It's Obsessed being dominant in this fight. Might even look to see if he can get the knockback. They're all in this choke point. They get a lot of damage on a VZZ. He's blown up by Leader. Clowny knocked through there, trying to survive with redemption. The tank, though, has to flash over the wall. Tolkien's into the back line, getting a lot of damage. Yes, onto the flank. Zing, if he can zone away Spooky. You can't escape from him. He's a madman himself. And he picks the kill. He's unstoppable. Everyone on Wizards has fallen. We want number one, and we will take down the Wizards convincingly in this long, drawn-out fight.
I've actually played a lot of myself, so something I'm really comfortable looking at here is going to follow up the Q.
Oh, that was a lovely little hook. They got the initial bit of
Along the way. That was pretty big, speaking of.
Oh, that's a nice silence. That was a bait and a half with
It's going to be the start, good.
Yes, and Whitehead, he's going to pull in Graves. That's a nice little hook, and they're going to go straight onto Danny, forcing out the flash. Teleport is there. This is a rally from Isuba, but Clowny and Lucchese turn up at the same time, and they will blow up Robocop. Jakey he just literally, he puts his teammate in the bin, and then they both die. That is going to be the Rift Herald taken by Wizards. Proactive
Lead, so won't have it up for this Baron, but still it's going to be another dragon that Isuba are trying to secure.
Spooky and Clowny themselves trying to contest this dragon and actually have bought a bit of time to allow the rest of Wizards to move down. I think Jakey's going to try and go and back out once more. He does find the smite, and immediately the engage has started. They're trying to back off Spooky and VZZ on the backline as Lucchese taken super low. This is a fight that Isuba can actually win, and suddenly the shutdown is there for Jakey, and Danny still continuing to pressure White in. That maybe was a bit more than they were capable of, and Isuba capitalized. Makes this the 50-50 is just too much of a deal. The Poppy is going to be looking for a flank opportunity here, and immediately tries to force Danny back into the fight. That's a nice knockup though, and the kick comes through onto VZZ, but VZZ is big right now, and he blows up random. The bullet time maybe not ideal, but it doesn't matter because Wizards are still winning this fight. No one can touch VZZ on the back line, and in the meantime, the rest of Isuba are run riot. Only Jakey left alive, and I don't think he's going to be able to 1v4 here. It looks like Wizards are more concerned with going for that mid lane inhibitor, whilst Clowny is just going 1v1 versus Jakey.
Pick up the health, pick up the health!
He's actually going to lose it.
It's going to be slow. If the shield comes back up in time and he dodges the Q, he could win this. Clowny now running for it. He's going to see if he can get the shield. It doesn't matter. No. Litza has had that happen. It does happen with these players if they can find plays.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but that's a nice hook onto Random, immediately forced to use the Zhonya's. Is now Spooky being chased down by Jakey. Lots of damage coming out from Danny, but Robocop just isn't there. The crits are massive from BZZ right now, and in comes Robocop. Don't know how much work he's going to get done. BZZ on the backline completely untouched, and that is going to be some zoning coming out from Lucchesi. Danny will trade one back, but it really just feels like a constellation kill at this point in time as Clowny pushes forward. The rest of Wizards are hungry, and they are going to take this push down the mid lane.
But it looks like finally the Wizards have found out that we're still in the lead. Let's try close this out.
Has rotated away. Another arrow being threatened here onto Matty as now Spooky jumps in. That's going to be a flash immediately. There is the lost chapter as Matty gets taken super low and blown up straight away as Bravado now the next target. Actually unkilled though. He is still alive. And now Clowny jumps into the fray. That will be a kill for Lucchesi, but Pride and Dan are chasing things down. And this is the Olaf in the mid game as Clowny gets taken down. That was a bait there by Fnatic. They set the trap of Matty and Magic Felix. Dan's looking pretty scary right now. He has got that Yumi attached, looking to chase down Lucchesi, who does not have that Hex Tech available to pop him out. He will flash away as now Clowny runs his way into this fight. I'm not sure this is a fight that you want, Wizards, though. That is versus a Yumi, and now Pride just walks into the wall. But nonetheless, Magic Felix is chasing them up. He goes back over, immediately set ulted away, and he gets the shutdown. Now Matty on the backline have popped that Moonlight Vigil, but I don't think the damage is there right now. I don't think that Fnatic can actually convert on this, as Pride doing his best to just try and trade back. That is Zac going down. Dan is going to work his way through. They should get the kill onto this, although the teleport comes out, and suddenly this is amazing turnaround from Wizards. Dan doing his best to 1v4 as he gets tightened around. Matty on the backline as well, trying to trade back. Matty still going. He's got a double kill. Can he actually convert this? Actually use the second half of it. I need to have a look. We've got another fight going on. Magic Felix aggressively into the backline once more. The lost chapter, unfortunately, pointed the wrong way. But the damage is good. And finally, the Call of the Forge God actually landing in a good spot as they get a massive knock-up onto 2. This is a huge fight for Fnatic to convert on because that is Dragon Soul. Yeah, and they can heal through the poke with Ocean Soul as well, you know. Just step back, although they're going for a big engage onto Matty, who is now isolated in his own blue side jungle. Immediately gets locked up. He's just going to be dead here. The shutdown comes through for Spooky. Do they have the damage with Magic Felix, though? They need to get some damage through as he's immediately getting locked up and taken down by White. He gets out of the Hextech bomb from Lucchesi, and now Magic Felix. Look at this Smurf. Look at this monster. Just cleans up the rest of Energypot Wizards. This should at least be an inhibitor, but maybe a Baron too. There we go. Fnatic goes through